The other day, I was catching up with my good friend Jay from Norway. You know those friendships where time zones don't matter and years just melt away? We met at UC Berkeley 10 years ago. He just had a baby boy with his partner, who he actually met back when we were all in college. It's truly beautiful how life unfolds. Something he said really stuck with me. He mentioned that having his first child and being responsible for someone other than himself, that's when he finally felt like an adult. And this sparked a question in my head. When do we actually feel like grown-ups? Is there a magic moment? Some say it's turning 18. Others say it's buying your first home. Or maybe it's when your mom stops calling you baby. Though honestly, my mom still calls me 애기야, which means baby in Korean. So maybe that's not the best measure. Do I feel like an adult now at 33? Well, that's what we're here to talk about today. Hello, if you're new here, I'm Yujin, a 33-year-old management consultant based in Boston. I created this channel to help you stay healthy, get wealthy, and live a youthful life. I choose not to monetize this channel, so I get to share whatever's on my mind. So you'll be hearing some real talks about real life. And today, we're going to talk about what actually makes someone an adult. Spoiler alert, it's not about age or checking off society's boxes. It's about something much more interesting, our actions, our choices, and a relationship with responsibility. Let's start with something that genuinely makes me feel like an adult, having a real relationship with money. And I'm not just talking about earning it or investing it, but actually understanding it in a way that brings peace instead of anxiety. You know what's funny? I used to think being good with money meant having a lot of it. But what really changed everything was creating this simple routine, almost like having a regular date with my finances. I created a separate video on this if you want to dive deeper, but this is the gist of it. I have these 4 money moments each month. First, my Money Matters Day, when I check where everything's going. Then, this casual meetup with other professionals where we geek out over market trends. Mid-month, I check in with my financial advisors, and by the end of the month, everything gets paid and reset. But here's what I've learned about managing money well. It's actually a subtle form of self-care. When you're at peace with your finances, other parts of your life start falling into place too. And speaking of taking care of ourselves, taking care of yourself takes on a whole new meaning in your 30s. Even with food costs rising, according to the Wall Street Journal, more than they have in 30 years, I still choose to cook most of my meals. Those 30 minutes in the kitchen are often the most peaceful part of my day. Speaking of responsibility, see this plant? I've kept it alive for 6 months now. For someone who used to kill cacti, that's progress. Then there's the daily acts of self-care, learning to say no to alcohol. This journey actually started way before my first drink. Growing up in Seoul, I have these vivid memories of going to Korean 포장마차 with my parents. These cozy tent bars would pop up at night, attracting guests with their warm glow. They served soju, beer, and all those comforting Korean street foods, including my soul food, tteokbokki. From our little corner, my sister and I would watch the adults table, where mom and dad will be sharing stories with their friends, their faces getting progressively red with each glass. Back then, drinking seemed like this exclusive club that all the cool adults belonged to. I remember turning to my sister and whispering, 우리도 어른이 되면은 저렇게 술 마실 수 있어. But here's what young Yujin didn't realize. Those warm feelings, that sense of connection, the joy in those tent bars, it wasn't about the alcohol. It was about the shared moments, the comfortable silences between stories, the way everyone felt safe enough to just be themselves. Now at 33, choosing not to drink since 30, I find myself recreating that same 포장마차 warmth in different ways. Sometimes it's through early morning matcha dates with friends, or late night heart-to-hearts over warm teas. The magic isn't in the soju or beer. It's in the intention we bring to these moments of connection. Speaking of connection, let me share something that completely changed my life, but took me way too long to learn. Mental health isn't just a buzzword. It's as essential as breathing, and I really mean it. When I was 22, I thought therapy was just for people in crisis. At 33 now, I see it like a mental gym membership. It's not about fixing what's broken. It's about maintaining what's working and strengthening what needs support. I've been seeing the same therapist, Dr. Z, for almost 10 years now. Actually, this November, right around Thanksgiving, marks our 11-year anniversary. She's seen me through everything: job changes, cross-country moves, relationships ups and downs, and even my decision to stop drinking. It's like having this emotional home base, you know? But mental health isn't just about therapy. It's the combination of daily choices that we make. Like my morning walks, sometimes with my mom on the phone, sometimes power walking to Eminem's Lose Yourself, and sometimes just being okay sitting with my own thoughts. Mental health isn't about reaching some perfect state of happiness. It's about building a toolkit that helps you navigate both the sunny days and the storms. And it's funny how prioritizing our mental health naturally leads us to be more intentional with everything else, especially our time. Let's talk about something that really makes you feel like an adult: spending time in a way that actually matters to you. Looking at my calendar from 5 years ago makes me laugh. It's packed with events I thought I should attend. A lot of back-to-backs and no breaks in between. 2 years ago, I had to choose between my one-year Wharton MBA reunion that I actually helped plan and a company retreat in Arizona. Past Eugene would have felt so guilty about this. I mean, I helped plan the reunion and I could see my friends again, especially since it's been a while since our MBA was disrupted by COVID. But present Eugene, she chose to fly further west. It wasn't just about choosing a company event over a reunion. It was about choosing what genuinely brought me joy over what I thought I should do. Standing there on that Arizona golf course, watching the sunset over the desert, I felt this deep sense of peace because I was exactly where I wanted to be. And that's the beautiful thing about being in your 30s. You have enough data about yourself to know what truly matters. Like being on time. It's not just about punctuality anymore. It's about respecting others' time as much as your own. You start recognizing patterns too, like how certain activities energize you while others might drain you, or how some events that look great on paper actually leave you feeling kind of empty inside. It's like having this internal compass that gets more accurate with each passing year. I guess that's the beauty of aging, right? Sometimes it points you towards unexpected directions. But that's the fun part of growing up, isn't it? Following your own path, even if it's not the most trendy or expected one. Looking at all these aspects of adult life, money, self-care, mental health, and time, I'm realizing something important. Maybe the whole idea of feeling like an adult and figuring it all out isn't what we thought it was growing up. So, do I feel like an adult now at 33? Sometimes. Like when I'm confidently saying no to plans that don't align with my values, or when I'm actually excited about my morning skincare routine. Other times, I'm still Googling how to erase food stain at 2 a.m. or calling my mom about whether this chicken is still good after 3 days in the fridge. And you know what? That's exactly what being an adult is. It's not about having everything figured out. It's about taking responsibility for your choices, even the messy ones, creating systems that work for you, learning to take care of yourself and eventually others, and most importantly, being okay with still learning. If you're in your 20s and watching this, breathe. You don't need to have it all mapped out. And if you're in your 30s like me, you're doing better than you think, I promise. And if you're beyond that, please share your wisdom in the comments below. We would love to hear from you too. And thank you for watching, and come back to my next video topic on
Let's go, it's time to be the GOAT. It's time to enter God mode, man, let's get it going. I wanna be the greatest, energy is overflowing. I know I'm stoking the fire.